good, guys? Welcome to today's episode. You see that? 2019 ZX6R review's about to go down. Stay tuned, this is going to be epic. We're down here at Bangkok, Kawasaki Real Motorsports, Chiang Wattanat, Nonthaburi branch. This is going to be wicked. These guys are really cool. They've given me the bike for the whole day. Same guys I did the whole Z900 trip to the south with. Awesome guys, and I think it's going to be an awesome bike. We're going to find out. Stay tuned. Let's just jump on the bike and let's go. All right, guys. Finally got my hands on a ZX6R for test. The new one with the lovely new headlight. I mean, that's already controversial. Some people don't like it, but I certainly do. But that feels light, man. Yeah, seriously. Now I'm in Bangkok again, and we're gonna go on a little trip, do a little review of this bike. Should be fun, man. Stay tuned. All right, so what have I got here? There you go. Look, full. I put it in full power and traction control on one. Power is full. They got full and they got low, and they got traction control 1, 2, and all the way up to 3. Oh yeah, it's got a quick shifter, forgetting. Yeah, very nice and smooth. Smooth and light. Quick shifter's nice. Not the fastest quick shifter. It does feel very light. And it feels quite comfortable as well. Positively aggressive. Yeah, there's something fun about ringing out an inline 4, especially a small CC inline 4. Oh, that's a nice front brake, and Lord knows you need a nice front brake in Bangkok, I'll tell you that much. I've definitely gone the wrong way already. Maps looks like it's just basically straight from the dealer, yet somehow I'm doing a carousel on a highway now. Heading to the petrol station here. Just a little bit of filtering right there, and it feels very light, man. So there's been crazy amount of rain, like almost every day in Bangkok. It's been pretty crazy. I just went on holiday, had a little holiday, and before the holiday I was fortunate enough to test the Hypermotard 950. If you're interested in that review, you can click the card above. And now I'm back in Bangkok and come back from a holiday. You know, all I've been hearing is it's just crazy, been like crazy amount of rain. So yeah, there's meant to have been just rain every day. Pattaya, Bangkok. I almost cancelled this test ride, and then it looked okay in the morning, so keep your fingers crossed I don't get caught in the rain here, guys. Sounds nice. And we are going to Ayutthaya today, the capital of Siam, you know, Thailand, where we are. The old capital. Obviously now the capital is Bangkok. So yeah, it'll be a little bit of a history lesson, a little bit of a trip, a little bit of a vlog, a little bit of a test. You know, that's what I like to do here on MOTOFAM. Comment below if you like these types of videos, you know, a little trip. I get to have fun exploring bits of Thailand I've never been to while reviewing a bike. So it's information for you guys, it's fun for me, it's get to test the bike and see a new place. So should be a nice day out. Stay tuned to see a bit of the old capital of Thailand and hear about this bike, of course, because right now it feels very nice. I thought it would have been a little bit smoother, the quick shifter, at least in first gear. There's a little bit of a jerk, just reminds me of my MT-09. Not quite street triple RS levels of smooth, but it don't really matter, to be honest. So for me, this is a bike that I'm very much interested in buying myself. Potentially, I've had the inkling to change from a naked bike, you know, like my MT-09 obviously, and thinking about getting a sport bike, just because I've never owned a sport bike, you know, it'd be like a different riding experience. Even though I feel like I'd probably pull the trigger on 1000cc, this is great value for money. This bike, man, this bike in Thailand is 460,000 baht. Everything else is considerably more if you want a sport bike. Like an R6 here costs like more than 100,000 baht more, so you're talking, you know, thousands of dollars more. And you know, are you really getting any better? So we're gonna find out how this stacks up against the R6, and you know, amongst the other bikes that I've rode, like a Street Triple RS, obviously my own MT-09, you know, the occasional 1000 here or there, you know, MT-10. We're gonna kind of throw it in the mix and see how it does. All right, I'm in 5th gear, yeah, and I'm gonna bring it down to 100, see what the kind of roll on power is like. Get to 100, there you go. Yeah, that's not that bad, I ain't gonna lie. One of the differences that they have done to this bike, if you are unaware and you haven't watched any other reviews, is they've changed the counter sprocket, the front little sprocket. They've dropped a tooth on that to give it better acceleration in every gear, and the acceleration has felt good so far. I mean, better than I was expecting, you know, in inline 4.600, you know, most directly compared to the R6. The R6 has like no bottom end at all, it's all top, it's all peaky, but this actually has a bit of pull. Quite windy today, stormy. These inline 4.600s are funny, man. They rev so high. Like I'm doing 9,000 RPM, but look, if I slap it down, I mean, look, that's like proper 12. Ooh, that's fucking singing, that is. I mean, look, can you hear that? Does that actually come out? Hey yo, that's fast, I ain't gonna lie. And the front brake is phenomenal. The front brake is proper good. Hey, that was serious hammer time, man. This thing is quick. This is definitely a quick bike. Another bike to compare this to, for sure, is the Honda CBR 650R, which I also did a review of. So if you want to see that, you know, click the card to check it out. If you're going to compare it to the Honda CBR 650R, I would say I can kind of tell it's not as comfortable, but you can kind of tell that it's got a bit more power. You know, the suspension on this might be a bit better. I'm just going to get a little coffee break, and then we'll make our way to the old capital of Thailand, Ayutthaya. Should be fun. It's still a true sport position, but it's kind of edged towards street comfort. You can feel that. It's not like the R6. It's not as compact as the R6. You can feel it's been edged towards being a good street bike that can do a track day, rather than say the R6 being a full-on kind of track bike that's peaky and not the best bike for the road. It's got really good roll-on power. You can feel it. Like I'm going for 112 RPMs are like, if you look at the RPMs now, what? I'm just below 8k. I'm going to turn off, yeah, Bang in Palace. That's where we're going. Yeah, man. The front, look, front brake's fucking mad good as well. The front brake is really good. I mean, the new R6 had a great front brake too. How about the back brake? Let's try the back brake. Yeah, that's not impressive. This thing just sings, man. I would personally love to have a bike that's more dedicated towards the track, and this is a very good affordable option that quite honestly would be great on the track but also great on the road. And the MT-09, the bike I own, is a really good road bike, but for the track it's snatchy and the suspension's soft. Shit! Oh man, when you really get up there, man. Woohoo! Oh, when you really get up there, This thing fucking sings. That's a rush. That's a rush. Fucking hell. I mean, I'm still early on this ride here today, man, but I think this is going to be a really hard package to beat. And at 6'2", surprisingly comfortable. I can almost got ejected out of the fucking seat then, James Bond style. Fuck me. Yeah, man, I kind of like to have a bike that's kind of like that, you know? It's kind of focused forward towards the corner rather than being up and having a comfortable position. It feels nice, it feels dedicated. I think this could be a very good mix between sport and road, and a very practical mix at a very good cost. And they're key things that people forget, you know. People just buy a sport bike because, oh, I want an R1 because it's an R1, but talking about what isn't great for riding on the road, this looks like a fucking typhoon, man. Look at this fucking weather right now. Look at these clouds. My word, this is, I'm about to get fucked up. Oi, oi, fucking knob. Fucking zebra. Oi, oi, doggies. Yo, that looks nice over there, man. See, look, Inn Palace. Oi, oi, looks like we're here. Yeah, the suspension feels nice. Feels very good for the road. Every time you hit in any kind of bump, it just feels good. What do you guys think of me doing this kind of vlogging thing? Look, got another GoPro just in my hand. Nice looking around here, man. Just run down there. Bike feels nice so far though, and I actually think it's a really sexy looking bike. I really do like how it looks. That's a big part of the debate, isn't it? The looks of the machine itself. But if you are only here just for the review, you're probably better off just checking out like a fucking motorcycle.com type review, a less in-depth review. You know, if you're impatient and you don't want to see any of this stuff, but I do, and I'm making the videos. It's like a lighthouse or something over there, man. It's nice around here. Can you guys see that over there? Look, I'll hold up my phone. There's like a legit house sliding across. That's some fucking weird looking thing, man. So of course, in traditional Thai, or in your regular Thai way, they've walled it off, and you gotta pay to see the beautiful Inn Palace. And it does look very nice. I've never seen it before, but it does look nice on Google Maps. And I've got this bike for a day, as I did kind of mention, so I'm not going in, but you guys can see the beautiful, amazing wall around it. Wow, look at the wall. That's a nice wall. Nice and colourful, very nice looking. Inn Palace. Inn, I don't know if that's how you say it, but yeah, that's a wall of walls. If I've ever seen a wall, that's a wall. I love the way they've concaved it and made lines along it, and yeah, come out of things to say about the wall. So some people have camera crews, some people have, you know, crews on top of crews and special mounts for cars, but I just go handheld, you know what I mean? This is my rolling shot. So I gotta say, it's super smooth. It's pretty comfortable. It's not as comfortable as the CBR650R Honda. It's more comfortable than the R6. And I'd say the biggest takeaway between those three bikes in terms of comfort is the R6 is more compact, it's more racy, it's more focused, whereas this is a little bit more plush, a little bit more user friendly. And the Honda It's probably the most user-friendly of them all, but of course with that makes it less sporty, so it depends what you want. I mean, this feels very peaky, you know, just like the R6. It's a proper 600, really revs out. You know, the revs on this thing, it's like a volcano. It's just like that's what it's like, where the Honda's much more calm and calculated. So if you're buying a sport bike, personally, I would say I would go for this or the R6 over the Honda, at least to this point. The Honda was very good though, and if you're going to be riding a lot in town, very casually riding, and you want just outright flexibility and you want to use it on your way to work, the Honda's probably the best out of the three for that. So it does depend what you want to do, but for me, for someone that would do track days on it, would like to do trips on it and ride on the road on it, I would choose this or the R6. I think to this point, potentially this could be the best, but I'm gonna have to ride until the end of the day and really get a full sense of this bike to know if it's the best option out of the three. That's a shot. Creative. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? The road's dried out. Yeah, man, this has got a good mid-range, you know. Fucking, I'm checking the rev limiter because this thing will just keep revving. I don't even know where red line is. Oh man, it's really fucking fun to ride when you're up there, you know. Oh yeah, listen to it. Shit, fuck me. No, there's something special about fucking ripping on an inline 4. You know, when you're really on it. And it has to be a 600 really to be ripping on it. I mean, 1000 I'm sure is fun, but the fact of the matter is regular roads don't accommodate a 1000cc sport bike. People just want to be seen on one. This, you can use the power of it, and the mid-range is definitely usable. The R6 mid-range, it kind of isn't. It really isn't. Welcome to Ayutthaya. Wow, look at that temple, that's beautiful. I've noticed the quick shifter in first is very jerky. You have to really wring out the first gear, like really get into high RPMs for it to be smooth. And I don't find myself doing that in first much, you know, you're kind of just chilling out. So I'd probably just use the clutch in first, which is what, exactly the same as what I used to do with my MT-09. This thing fucking revs to the moon. This thing revs to the moon. This has more of a kind of induction kind of bellow to it than the R6. Yeah, R6 kind of screams, but this still screams, but there's a deepness to it. There's definitely a fun factor to riding a bike like this type of engine, this type of bike. It just screams, and it's just kind of funny, you know. You're constantly just wringing its neck all the time, which is fun. So here we are at the historical park. Check out the elephants, guys. Look at that, look at that scene, man. Look at that photo, the elephants and the temple. That's crazy, man. That's beautiful. So this is all like a sacred site, a historical park that you can come for the day, enjoy a nice day out. From Bangkok, you're talking like an hour on the train approximately, and you can come. You can even rent a little scooter and drive around. You know, it's a park. It's not pedestrianized, but it's the closest thing to it. If you ever come into Thailand, or you're in Thailand and you haven't been, you're gonna want to come, man. You're definitely gonna want to come. It's a really nice day out trip, and especially on a day like today, if you can avoid rain, but it's got like a cool day. It's a really nice thing to do. Look at this, man. Beautiful around here. Look at this historical park, man. So I'm gonna get a thumbnail here, obviously. Yeah, nice photo here, maybe. So I've done a decent amount of miles now, or kilometers rather. I'm in the Yutia. I came from Chiang Mai at the dealer, Real Motorsports right there in Bangkok, and I gotta say, yeah, it's been really good. I've really enjoyed this bike. Comparing it to the R6 and of course the CBR 650R is just a natural thing to do. So this video is obviously a review and a comparison. But one of the questions I want to answer in this review, one of the main questions is this the best value sports bike that you can buy? And I think I already know the answer is yes. When you're looking at comparing it to an R6 or the CBR 650R, this is priced in the middle and has the best performance for dollar ratio, I would say. It's not as dedicated as an R6, but it's quite a bit less than an R6. It's more comfortable for a tall guy than an R6. The suspension feels better than the R6 for the road. I think the R6 is probably better for the racetrack, and it's definitely more focused and it's more compact. Your knees are much closer to your wrists on the R6. But on this bike, on the ZX6R, I would say that for comfort, performance, general usage, like for everything you'd want to do, like if you went on a trip, you went traveling, you could do a big trip on this bike. My wrists are a little bit tired, I'm not gonna lie, but you'd get used to it. So doing a trip on this bike would be cool. I don't know if you could beat this bike, and is it the best value sports bike on the market? I think it is, man. I think it is. I'm gonna answer the question instantly, and I think you can really tell that it is the best. You're saving big dollars or big baht, whatever country you're in, if you're comparing it to an R6. And you're not really sacrificing much performance unless you're buying it specifically for a track bike. Oh, pardon me. But right now I'd say that this bike is ticking all the boxes I would expect it to tick and some, because right now it's probably the best sport bike and best value and most usable bike, especially in a sport category, or specifically in a sport category. I think right now it's doing an amazing job. Let's see if it keeps living up to it and keep driving, and check out a bit more of the historical park here in the Yutia and slowly head back to the dealer. This is one of the main temples here, one of the ones I did walk in. They've got the face in the tree, and they have a lot of statues, a lot of statues that have their heads missing. It's pretty crazy when you walk through there and you see no heads on the statues, man. It's pretty extreme, and it's an amazing sight the way you can just walk in it, you know. See right there, look, there's no heads on them. I don't know if you can tell, man, but fucking hell, man. It's starting to rain. These little Ayutthaya style tuk-tuks are cool, quite cute. Caught in a downpour, man. Fucking hell, soaked. I think the fact of the matter is most people just do not need 1000cc. And this thing, the way that Kawasaki have dropped a tooth in the front sprocket, and you know, it's got everything that 1000 has. I mean, it doesn't have, you know, the whole IMU and necessarily the most sophisticated traction control, but for the average person, you don't need it. You know, I've definitely found I have it in high power mode, full power mode I should say, and traction control on one. I haven't really experimented with low or traction control increased because I'm just on the road, and it's a very roadable track bike, if that makes sense. And this is the special paint job KRT Racing Edition. The guy did tell me though there's only this color available in Thailand. This one as it comes is 460k before you get a potential coupon discount. If you're in Thailand, you can get a cash off coupon. Generally the price is, the coupon amount varies so much, I can't really tell you how much that is. I did see a promotion for this bike as of September 2019 where you get a free Öhlins steering dampener and about 23k off if you buy it. So 430-ish, 440, and with an Öhlins steering dampener, which is a pretty sweet deal if you ask me. Is it worth it? I really do think it is worth it. I think this bike, traction control kicked in for a second there. And don't kill the cyclists. I do think it's worth it. I think you're looking at a great package. I don't think it needs anything. I think it looks really nice. The only thing I think I don't particularly like that much, the only thing is the speedo. I think it just looks like the Ninja 400 speedo, doesn't it? I like the kind of LED kind of panel look that you have these days. I mean, if I was gonna buy a bike in this 600cc class, man, I think I would buy this over the R6. I think I would. I must say I'm very happy that in 2019 we have a lot of options in this kind of 600cc class bracket, you know. The 650 Honda, I actually was surprised how much I liked it. This just feels a bit more dedicated than that, and then the R6 even more so. But if you're not going to go to the track, I think this seems like probably the best of both worlds. Oi oi mate, nice place to stop there, innit, you nam prick. Hey, fucking going straight as well, ain't he? Fucking knob. Lick a bum crack. Lick your bum in the crack hole. Cherry, cherry, cocoa pass! Anyone fucking turning out on me? No. Farmer Joe, don't pull out on me now. Fuck, this is a fun bike to ride fast. If you had a proper racetrack with this thing, fuck, that would be fun. Heavy on the brakes because I'm lost again. Dun, 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 Inspector Gadget. Dun, 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 Inspector Gadget. Hashtag quality driving. I'm heading right into the fucking rain here, man. Oh, man, I'm about to get fucking soaked, bruv. I'm gonna get fucking bum-fucked here. Oh, man. Wait, look how much rain is down there, down the road there. Alright, fucking hell, this petrol station's got fuck all in it as well, look. Yeah, look, fuck me in the bum. Excuse me, I'm not gay. Don't have anything against gays, but I don't know why I keep saying fuck me in the bum. It's really chucking it down now, man. Just happened to be going where it was fucking raining like crazy. Right, look at the birds up there. So Kawasaki, they do claim 128 horsepower out of this bike, but I'd say the biggest attribute in terms of its actual performance has got to be how usable it is. You can lug it from down low and the torque will be there. There'll be enough acceleration and torque in the gear you're in, so you don't have to go down a gear. Fucking oh shit, literally launching me out of the seat right there. I just came out of my seat about that much. I just came out of my seat, man. When you say this is one of the most usable sport bikes, I mean, look, fucking, that's a fucking front brake right there. Fucking fuck me! Fuck! Woo! Oh my word, that's a fucking thrill. Coming over the crest, bit of a wobble. Oh, fucking hell, that'll wake you up. Fucking this thing. Oh my word, I'm getting strangled by my jumper. I'm turning into sideshow motherfucking Bob on this shit. I can feel my hair getting sucked back even though I'm wearing a helmet. Check where the fuck I am. Going that fast, I'm probably in fucking Hat Yai by now. Whew! Fucking hell, man. This thing's fucking crazy. Shit, man. This is a fun ass bike. I'm not gonna lie. That's made me like this bike a lot more than I kind of already have. I mean, I got kind of falling in love with it after that high speed run. Fuck me, that was intense, man. That was hella fucking sketchy, man. That's fun though. Fucking that shit was legit, man. Whew, this is a fucking fast bike, man. Find me someone that says they need 1000cc, man. Unless they're just using it for the track all the time, you don't need more than this. You do not need more than this. Especially in fucking Thailand, I'll tell you that much right now. You're gonna be like pinning it going like 100, 200, and then a fucking chicken's just gonna fucking jump out of a bush in front of you, and the end of MOTOFAM as you know it. That was off the chain, man. That was legit. Yeah, I'm used to like sudden acceleration and like, you know, lifting the wheel, like fucking with that kind of thing. Not expecting that kind of pull and aggression up top that this thing just delivered, man. That was a bit like, oh shit, put some respect on the name of the ZX6R, man. And if there's one thing you fucking need when it comes down to like a bike exactly like this, a bike built for speed, if there's one thing that you fucking need, yeah, or two things, is well dampened and quality suspension, which this has, and the other thing is good fucking brakes, and the front brake is phenomenal. So it's got both. Alright, so sorry for the bad audio because I'm under a bridge in the rain and I'm about to give the bike back. But I want to run over some of the questions that you guys have asked on Instagram and the Facebook and the YouTube community tab. The first question is, I'd like to know how it compares to, say, the MT-07 as an everyday rider. I would say the MT-07 is a kind of more usable everyday motorcycle. The torque is always where you kind of want it, but it doesn't really have any top end. This is all top end, but still has good torque. I would think, depends on what you're looking for. I'd say the MT-07 is probably more fun to just absolutely fuck about with and be a bit of a hooligan in town. If you have hooligan DNA, MT-07. If you want to rip, you know, and like hit some twisties at speed and mess about in that kind of way, then ZX6R. But personally, I think the MT-07 is a better all-round everyday machine, in my personal opinion. It's a very small bike, which makes it really flickable and light and fun to play with the torque it has. But I would say this probably isn't as user-friendly as the MT-07 for everyday riding. Is it more / less the same fun as the MT-09 in twisties? I'd say in the twisties, I'd say it's almost dependent on the type of road. I would say the MT-09 is so usable that I would say the MT-09 is probably more fun and more usable in the same way the MT-07 is over, say, something like this. But if you want to get down and you want to touch knee and you're really giving it the beans in the corners, not wheeling as much, I guess, like less hooligan but more knee dragging, this 100% is better for that kind of riding. But if you want to fuck about and be a hooligan and go insane, the MT-09 is unbeatable. I mean, the torque is insane on the MT-09. I'd probably edge towards the MT-09 unless you have faster flowing twisties, which this would be better for. Is it raining? Yeah, is it raining? That's funny, man. Which do you like more, ZX6R or R6? Which one feels better to ride? I would go for this. I would go for this anyway, regardless of the price difference. But this is like a lot less than the R6, so I'd say this definitely over the R6. Unless you're gonna do track days and you're gonna go like crazy in the corners and you're really gonna use it on track, I'd go this, man. Personally, I would buy this over the CBR 650R and the R6. I know you're talking more about the R6, but I'll buy this. I think this is really usable and really, really great. The R6 is, I wanna make clear that the R6 is really compact, you know? Like your knee and your wrist are like that, where this is like this. All right, and the last question, I didn't post all of this stuff for very long. I haven't had the bike for that long, just a day, so I should have posted earlier to get more questions. Comment below if you've got a question and I didn't answer it, of course. But the last one is ZX6R or R6, and I kind of mentioned that in the last one and been talking about that all day. So that's it for the questions, guys, and that's it for the video, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Stay safe out there, guys. Bye, man, out.